The Dallas Cowboys lose their second straight game for the first time since 2021, bringing their road record to 3-5 on the season. This game was the perfect package of what everyone has said about Dallas this year. They can't stop the run when it matters, they can't win a close road game, and their offense can't put up points away from AT&T Stadium. And I gotta say, all of those things seem true. So let's talk about this Cowboys versus Dolphins game. I know it's Christmas Eve, we're trying to keep the positive vibes, but man, there's not much positive stuff to take away from this game, so the vibes will not be positive. Two main points really stick out from this game. Point number one, the Cowboys offense is not good on the road. At AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys are the best offense in all of football. They're actually historically great at home, but on the road, that's an entirely different story. Once again, Dallas scored just 20 points, rushed for less than 4 yards per carry, gave up 4 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 12 quarterback hits. The offense as a whole was not good in this game, except Ceedee Lamb. For some reason, people like to put every single loss on Dak. While getting sacked 4 times and getting hit another 12, Dak completed 20 of 32 passes for 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty good stat line when you consider that his offensive line was trying to get him killed. To really put into perspective how bad this offensive line was, Ed Werder tweeted this after the game. Prescott was pressured on 42% of his dropback Sunday, his highest face since 2017. So, there's a lot more to fixing this offense than just Dak. Where I think we should be placing our blame is along the offensive line, because Dallas can't protect the quarterback to save their lives. Oh, and blame the offensive scheme. I want to share with all of you a very frustrating stat from this game. After Ceedee Lamb had 90 plus yards in the first quarter, he was not targeted again until the fourth. The guy that we have all preached to get the ball to all year long did not see a single pass thrown his way for 2.5 quarters. What are we doing? I remember talking about in another video how this Cowboys offense runs through the Dak and Ceedee connection. They are not built on running the football. They're not built on throwing to Brandon Cooks. They're not built on throwing to Jake Ferguson. It's Dak and it's Ceedee. That's what it's built on. When those two are connecting, the Cowboys offense is one of, if not the most explosive in the entire league. And we got a glimpse of what it could be the first 2 drives of the game. But after that, Lamb didn't see another target for 2.5 quarters. What's the point? What is the good in ignoring your number one receiver? To what? Run the ball more? To establish the run? Why are the Cowboys consistently running the football on 2nd and long? That is criminal, and it puts your offense behind the sticks because you're averaging less than 4 yards per carry. Tony Pollard had 12 carries for 38 yards in this game. Rico Dowdle had 2 for 4. Dallas averaged less than 4 yards per carry on the night. The run game wasn't good, just like it's been pretty much all season. And don't even get me started on the QB sneak play on 2nd and 12. That is pretty much rolling over and saying, we'll take the punt, we think we're going to get a safety or give up a sack or whatever. This was a pathetic game plan and execution from the offensive coaching staff and the players. Even if you have to adjust a little and start running some quick game to get Lamb involved, that's what you should do. He's about the only guy you can rely on to truly alter games week after week. But it seems like Mike McCarthy and the offensive coaching staff is hell-bent on not letting him do so. I am really disappointed that this team continues to be terrible offensively on the road. Like I said, at home, they're completely fine. They're dominant, explosive, but on the road, they're a complete shell of themselves. Being this bad on the road is not going to win you playoff games, and it's pretty much costed the team a top seed this year. Even if you were just slightly above 500 on the road this year, instead of being 3-5, you'd be a top seed and you wouldn't even have to play on the road. But that's enough talk about the Cowboys offense, because it's time to move to the defensive side of the ball. And that brings us to point number 2. Cowboys defense can't make a stand on the road when it matters most. I'm not going to completely kill the Cowboys defense for what we saw tonight. They held one of the best offenses in football to just 1 touchdown and 5 field goals. A perfect example of a bend but don't break defense. That is the literal definition. They held Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Tua Tagovailoa to 22 total points. That will win you football games. If point 1 of this video did not exist. I think what bothers me most about this defense is that coming into the year, this unit was supposed to be a top 3 unit. They were supposed to be one of the best units in all of football. But when they need to make a stand to even have a chance at winning the game, they can't do it. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't figure out how to not play 12 yards off of Tyreek Hill for him to make easy catches over the middle. There were no adjustments being made against this Miami front, an offensive line that has also had a rash of injuries. At times for Miami, it looked way too easy moving the ball down the field, especially when the Cowboys defense was supposedly elite just a couple months ago. Great defenses find a way to make a stop on the road or at home. They find a way to not give up a 6 or 7 yard run on 3rd and 2 with the game on the line. A very disappointing final drive for the Cowboys. Well, that's all I got to say about this game. Merry Christmas to all of you. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. More Cowboys videos coming this week. Merry Christmas. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.